Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to talk about something disappearing. Not just anything, but a single handmade object. We're going to see how something with so much personal value can just, poof, vanish inside the massive, complex systems we rely on every single day. You see, this story, it doesn't kick off with a tracking number or a warehouse scan. Nope. It starts with a real human connection. We're talking about a handmade lamp here. A beautiful piece of art that took 2 whole months of careful, dedicated work to create. So yeah, way before this lamp was even thought about being put in a box, it already represented this massive investment, right? We're talking time, savings, and a whole lot of emotion for 2 people who didn't even know each other. Okay, so on one side of this equation, you've got Roshni, the buyer. For her, this lamp, this wasn't just some online purchase. It was the result of 4 years of saving up. 4 years. And on the other side, there's Nazli, the maker. To her, this was her grandmother's absolute favorite piece. It was a symbol of family, of pride, of artistry. All right, so let's follow the journey. We're going to watch as this lamp leaves Nazli's careful, caring hands and gets swallowed up by the huge, totally impersonal machine of global logistics. So at first, the journey starts with all these personal touches. Nazli wraps it with extra bubble wrap, tucks in a handwritten note, but then the system takes over. A barcode gets slapped on the box, and just like that, the lamp's entire personal story, it's gone, replaced by a tracking number. Its identity is now just a scannable code. Okay, so the lamp travels all this way, and it finally arrives in Roshni's country. Everything's going to plan. But then, well, life happens, right? Roshni gets called away on an unexpected work trip, and boom, we have our first complication. A human variable that these automated systems, they're just not really built to handle perfectly. And Roshni, she does exactly what you'd expect. She's responsible. She gets the notification and right away requests a 3-month hold on the delivery. She even offers to pay any extra fees. But the system, it's just a machine. It keeps chugging along its pre-programmed path. A month later, it automatically marks the package as delivered, even though it's still sitting in a warehouse somewhere. So the next point of failure, the next crack in the system, it's not a bug in the software, it's a human one. The whole thing comes down to a single decision made by one unhappy employee at a really critical moment. So let's meet Aryan. He's a logistics coordinator, and his job is basically to spot problems exactly like this one, a package that's failed delivery 3 times. He sees the flag, he knows it's an issue. But here's the thing. Aryan just got passed over for a promotion, and he is feeling totally unappreciated by his company. And that feeling, it's about to cause a massive problem. So this is what's going through Aryan's head. He sees the failed deliveries, and in his frustration, he just makes this huge assumption about the buyer. He's thinking, well, if they're not even there to get it, they must not really care about it. So he just decides to ignore the problem. He has no idea Roshni's email is sitting, unread, in some generic company inbox. And then, it's almost too easy. With just one simple click, he fakes the data, marks the package as delivered, and that's it. As far as the system is concerned, for the company, for any future record keeping, the problem of the vanishing lamp is solved. It's gone, wiped clean from the error reports. So where is the lamp? What actually happened to it? Well, right now, it's just sitting in a corner of one of 22 huge warehouses. And its fate? It's all hanging on the very last, most stressed out part of the whole process, the annual clearance. See, this is where the system is at its absolute weakest. Down at the warehouse level, the workers are dealing with manpower shortages, low salaries, and just intense pressure to get things done. And over time, that little physical barcode, the lamp's one and only identity at this point, it gets scuffed, worn down, and damaged. Now, there are supposed to be rules for this, right? Procedures for checking inside unclaimed packages. But when you're under that much pressure, those rules just get ignored. The lamp's barcode is now completely unreadable. It's just another anonymous box in a huge pile. And so, it gets sent off with all the others to be destroyed. Its real value, the story inside, completely unknown. Okay, fast forward 3 months. Roshni is back from her trip, and she is so excited to finally get her lamp. But when she starts looking for it, she just runs into this cold, bureaucratic brick wall. A wall built on that one single false data point entered months ago. Think about this. Roshni filed 15 separate complaints. 15. Every single one was another attempt to find the lamp that she had spent 4 long years saving up for. And what did she get back every single time? This was the company's final, unmoving answer. Why? Because according to their system, the case was closed. That one click from Arian months and months earlier had become the official, absolute, unchangeable truth. This story, it's not really just about a lost package. It's a huge reminder of how a bunch of small, disconnected failures, a customer's unexpected delay, an employee having a bad day, a totally overstressed warehouse, how all that can combine to completely break a real human connection. It just goes to show you that our most efficient systems, they're only as strong as their weakest human links. And it really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What else is just vanishing in the gaps?